Hi friends! Today we are going to learn how to fold laundry, and we're focusing on two different items. First, we're going to fold some pants, and second, we're going to fold some shirts. Now, the way I fold them might be different from the way that your parents fold them at home, and that's okay because there are a couple different ways that you can fold laundry. I'm going to follow the way our visual does in our classroom. So while you're learning, it might be helpful if you follow along on the steps on this card as you go. And then with more practice, you'll memorize the steps and be able to do it all on your own. All right, so the first thing that we're going to learn to do is fold some pants. So I have my laundry basket of clothes here, and so I'm going to take them out. Now the first step is to pick up the pants by the top or by the part that goes on your waist and lay them flat. Okay, now you can lay them flat this way, or if they fit better on the table, you can lay them flat that way. Okay, the second thing you're going to do is you're going to fold them in half so that the legs match. Okay, and it just like when you made the bed and you've got the wrinkles out of the sheets or out of the blanket, you're going to do the same thing with the clothes, because if they're folded neatly, then they're going to look neat when you're on your body and not be wrinkled. So we've laid them flat, I've smoothed them out. Then you're going to pick up the waist and you are going to fold them so that the cups on the bottom meet the waist, and that's nice and even. All right, so I'll put these off to the side and I'll show you that again. I'm going to take another pair here. First step, pick them up and hold them by the top and lay them flat. Now you see how my legs are kind of like messed up and need to be straightened out, so I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to smooth it out, turn it and smooth it out. And then I'm going to fold it in half so that both sides match. And there I'm doing it very neatly. Sometimes you might even need to pick up this part towards the back end and pull it out just a little bit so that it's nice and neat. Then my last step is we're going to fold the waist to meet the cuffs right in half. Now, it's also important that when you're stacking them to be put away in a drawer, that you're also keeping them nice and neat. Because why go through the trouble of folding something nicely if you're only going to crumple it up or jam it in your drawer? So I'm going to keep this nice and flatly folded and place it on my stack down here to go in my dresser. Oh, and I have another pair of pants. I'm going to do this one more time. Pick them up by the waist, lay them flat, and I have to adjust the pant legs so that they're nice and smooth and flat on my table. Then I'm going to fold them in half. And then I also need to smooth things out, pull out the little part by the behind, smooth them flat, and then I'm going to fold in half so that the waist meets the cuff. Okay. That one was easy. Shorts are a little bit trickier. So again, the first step is to take it out of the basket, and we're going to hold it by the shoulders. So here I've got a shirt. I'm going to hold it by the shoulders, and I'm going to do it so that the front of my shirt is flat on the table. And you'll see why that is in a second. So I'm going to lay it flat. I'm going to smooth out any wrinkles, fix the sleeves. And then again, just like when I did pants, I'm going to fold it in half. But this time when I fold in half, I am going to match my sleeves so that they are on top of each other, just like the legs of the pants were on top of each other. Okay? And that's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to fold in the little arms to make like a rectangle of my shirt. So that I fold it in my arms or my sleeves. And then I'm going to fold it in half. So I'm going to take the collar and match it to the bottom. There we go. And you see why when I laid my shirt flat on the table, I put the front side down. That way, when I fold my t-shirt and it's ready to go in my drawer, I'll see what's on the front of my t-shirt. All right, so I'm going to slide this over neatly on top of my pile. I'll pull out another one. This one happens to be short sleeves too. So here we go. Grab it by the shoulders, lay it nice and flat. I need to fix the sleeves so that everything is nice and smooth. I'm going to do step 2, fold in half, matching up my sleeves. Smooth it out. Step 3, tuck in the sleeves. Step 4, bring the collar to the bottom of the shirt. And you see how nice and neat that is? It's a perfect rectangle or square depending on the size of your shirt. All right. I'm going to try it again, but this time I have a long sleeve shirt. So this one happens to have a picture on the front, so I'm going to make sure that that picture is flat on the table, and I'm going to smooth it out. Now look, this one's a little bit longer than my table, and that's okay. It can hang off the edge because when I fold it in half, I'll bring it towards me. This end is here, but I'm going to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Okay, and then this step is a little trickier with long sleeves. I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to make sure that the sides of my shirt line up neatly and that the sleeves or the arms of the shirt also line up neatly. Because if you take your time on this step and you make sure that everything is nice and lined up and nice and smooth, it's going to look much nicer when it's folded. And I'm going to do the same things with the sleeves. But if I go straight across, I have all this extra hanging off right here. I don't want that. So this time when I bring them in, I'm going to kind of line them up so that they are right in line with where my fold is. Okay, so I'll show you that again. You bring them over and you kind of line it up right in here. Then I'm going to bring my collar all the way to the bottom of my shirt. And I'm going to fold it neatly. Okay, I'll do that one again. Here's another shirt. It has writing on the front, so my writing is going to go flat onto the table. So I'm looking at the back of my shirt. I'm going to smooth it out. I'm going to turn the sleeves so that they're nice and neat. Now I'm going to fold it in half. And when I fold it in half, I usually grab it one by the shoulder and one by the bottom, just like we're doing towels, end and an end. And I'm going to match up the side of the shirt and then match up my sleeve. And I'm going to scooch it closer to me so that everything is on the table here. I'm going to make it nice and smooth. Take the time to make sure that's nice and smooth, because if the shirt isn't smoothed out, you're going to have trouble making it neat. And if it's not neat, you're going to have to refold. All right, step 3, fold the sleeves in. I'm folding them in so that right here, it matches and lines up with the inside fold. Then I'm going to take my collar. I'm going to bring it all the way so that it meets the edge of my bottom of my shirt. Nice and perfectly rectangular. I've got one more in my basket to show you. Again, another picture on the front, so I'm going to lay my picture so it touches the table. My shirt's nice and smooth. I'm going to fold it in half, grabbing by the shoulder and the bottom so that this corner meets this one, the shoulders meet, and so do the arms. They lay flat on top of each other, and I'm just going to make sure that it's nice and neat. Smooth it out. Step 3, fold in the arms, so I'm going to take it over. Since it's a long sleeve, I can't go straight across. I need to go down to where my fold is so that it meets it. Then I'm going to take the top of my shirt and bring it all the way to the bottom of the shirt. And sometimes I even like to have this hand hold everything in place so that when I fold it, it doesn't come undone. And there you have it. That is how you fold clothes.